Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Can you say nigga when?
We back.
Good morning.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Stop singing everything.
All this damn singing.
I just damn singing.
Yo, who we hiring HR?
The
Bosses.
HR representative.
We hiring HR bosses. Well, we can just get C Mace to do that, John.
I'm not. That's a job I am not finding.
Not for me. Yo, welcome to Tight Beat.
Welcome.
You know what it is. Tight Beat is a producer podcast. We are live from outer space and Unapologetic Studios. Been a minute. We've been gone. We've been traveling. We've been doing wild and crazy things. My name is I Make Mad Beats. Behind me is my cast.
What up, LJ1S?
Unique, period.
C major.
Kid Maestro, who's not doing wild and crazy things. No Diddy, bro.
I'm done.
No Diddy.
Damn, bro.
I'm doing a lot of wild and crazy
Diddy
shit.
perspective is crazy. It's gonna be another episode of Tight Beat today. Let's see. We live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Facebook. And if you got the app, we should be somewhere posted in the app as well. Big shout out to the entire Tight Beat team and our producer as well, Nikita, on the side, making sure everything goes smoothly.
You know what I'm saying? Straight off the second shift.
Straight off second shift, man. Second shift
Second
is a
shift.
long ass shift. If she's
shift.
straight off of it to come here.
Volume 2. Straight out the
That's
second.
multiple second and third and fourth
Man,
shift.
what?
Yeah. What we talking about today?
Man, the streets.
Streets.
You know, a lot has been going on. We've been
Yep.
MIA for a minute, but you know, niggas been working, niggas been building. So yeah, we got a recap of those things. Man, and something that just I guess came back to the forefront. Jay-Z, since you know everyone's been talking about the Verzuz. You know, a moment of Jay-Z speaking about Verzuz himself said that you know nobody can really fuck with him on that stage.
Lies.
Oh, damn, okay. So, yeah, we're talking about that. And we got some interesting information that's come out about Tidal and the way they're changing their platforms. So, yeah.
Bro said that like it was a scandal.
Like a scandal, yeah. some gambling.
You know, interesting, you know, depending on how you
We'll talk about it a little bit later.
That was real journalistic of you.
Crazy things. I just can't wait to tell y'all.
Man. But yeah, I mean, so why have we been gone? What's been happening? What's the recap? What's been
Since you've been gone.
Man, shout out to Day 26. They know about the Diddy perspective.
Wow. Firsthand.
Firsthand.
That's crazy. Day 26. I want to work with guys.
bro? If we had an HR, bro, we all in
I'm
that
staying
moment.
quiet. I won the Day 26 placement, so that's our key.
Bro. Since you, never mind. So I feel like it's been 2 weeks, right?
I
Yeah.
don't even know.
I feel like, man,
It's
what?
been 3, really, but
I feel like it's been 3.
yeah.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Bro, so I can't remember what happened that first week, but going back, I don't remember. Okay, real quick. So we going to get up to the New York jump, but looking back, man, we had Cam perform at Mosh Laser Live. He was in the planetarium. And yeah, that jump was dope. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to acknowledge that it was amazing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then the next week, we had the Like You Film Festival fundraiser event, right? Where we showed the trailers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. For those of you who do not know, Mad has partnered with Noah Glenn to build a new film festival right here in Memphis, dedicated to films about, for, and made by kids, which is crazy,
That's
especially
amazing.
since in recent times we lost the legendary film festival in
Yes.
Indie Memphis.
It's on pause.
It's on pause, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
No doubt.
temporarily. My
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is, Memphis is a film festival town.
Absolutely.
It was a legendary joint that went for 10 years.
Yes.
Nah, that film festival over 2 decades.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
even more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it not being there right now is, the city is feeling that, but it did. Separately, it ironically, Like You Film Festival came up to kind of fill that gap. You know what I'm saying, temporarily. And if Indie Memphis does come back, it is just expanded. What comes into and from this city.
Hold on, real quick, Kid Maestro. Can you let them know the rules, regulations
Oh yeah, of course.
of engagement?
Yes. So we will be talking about what we're going to talk about. However, this is an open conversation, and we really want you to join in with us. Y'all don't have microphones, but y'all got keyboards, and y'all got tablets.
I got Twitter fingers.
And fingers, you know what I'm saying? So type your comments, please engage, and we will prioritize what you are saying. We will stop what we're talking about to respond, acknowledge, and engage. So please join the conversation. And yeah.
It's like y'all got rings the way y'all should get engaged.
And if you need to, like I said, we're looking for HR bosses. So if you can just,
I'm not.
Not
maybe,
really.
Yeah, send your resume.
I do have some people I need to hire though.
Kid is
not the
lying.
HR.
y'all want to just moderate, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to say, hey, that's Diddy embedded, that's Diddy coded, that's a pause situation. You know what I'm
perspective.
saying? Let us know, and we will maybe pause. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
But yeah, where was I? Like You Film Festival,
Yeah.
right? So we had a fundraiser. Me and C Mage just like made beats on the spot, kind of chill situation. It was dope. They showed some amazing trailers. So we were there last week, and then this past weekend, Mad and I went to New York You know
New
what I'm saying?
York, New York.
And
I'm
we did some
from
crazy
New York.
things. The craziest of those things was building a studio for Google. So yeah, man, can you just recap how that even came to be?
For sure, man, for sure. Big shout out, home team, Urban Arts. Big shout out to the good folks at Google. Make a long story really short, because this is a limited time offering that is Type Beat. I went up there to do an interview in April of this year to talk about storytelling and how software creation / entrepreneurship / music has been a huge part of my life, and how I use all of that to tell stories. I did that at Urban Arts, talking to the CEO of Urban Arts, my guy Philip, and Google shot it all. And during that interview and during that interview process, I mentioned in one of their rooms, I said, hey, if you guys ever want to make this like a real studio, please let me know. And they took me a lot more seriously than I thought that they would. And a few weeks after coming back home, Google and the Urban Arts team were developing a plan to get me to go up there and actually build a studio for them, right? I was followed by the great people at Full View Productions as they filmed almost my every move for 5 or 6 days. I got a chance to teach a lot of students how to build things and studio culture and creation culture. And I stayed in New York. I stayed in a hotel that I don't know if I'll ever be able to regularly afford on my own. I stayed at a ridiculous room. And Google put me up. You know what I'm saying? They gave me, per diem and all this other stuff. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the whole team. Big shout out to everybody at Full View who made the experience dope and captured everything. It was a great experience. The last couple of days there, Kid Maestro came through to help teach and to help do some installs. It was a phenomenal experience.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. Pulled up. The hotel was very nice. You know what I'm saying? I camped out in Mad's room. Slept on a. See, we HR
Already.
we HR right now. See what I'm saying? I slept on a small inflatable sleeping pad.
It's not the same.
You know what I'm saying? But it was still dope, man. I just want to shout out one thing that for those of you like whenever you guys like put your mind to it, create something that the whole world or just whatever you're supposed to make, whoever finds it, I hope they make you wealthy in spirit and finances, and that they fly you out and put you in places like this hotel. Because when you get to those rooms, there will be amenities that you never dreamed of in those rooms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Absolutely.
Not females, they have to just slept in the same bed.
This is a conversation worth having. I'm not sure if it's worth having here on this podcast. But like,
That is a thing.
I'm gonna be real, bro. I grew up with a brother.
Yeah, niggas slept
That's
in the
why.
same.
Yeah,
I slept with niggas.
I absolutely slept in the same bed as my brother many a night. You know what I'm
Brothers,
saying?
cousins, all that.
So for me, that's not that wild of a concept. You know what I'm saying? However, I do understand it being a wild concept. So I tend to just fall back and let people do what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up. I didn't grow up as an only child, but I grew up as the oldest only boy.
Yeah.
So, like, I in general just have a separatist kind of lifestyle. You know what I mean? I didn't really have to. I did have to share a bed with my cousin when we were young, when we slept over my grandma's house. But that was not fun. That was not fun for me. For various reasons. So, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm grown now to be able to. I've grown past that. But really, what it is like on some just like not impeding on, you know what I'm saying, niggas' experience. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I understand. I understand, but just logistically speaking, that was probably the biggest bed I've ever slept on in my life.
yeah.
And I mean, as you saw, like one thing I will say about this experience that, when people buy like ridiculously frivolous hotels and all that type of stuff or whatever, I've always looked at that as like honestly just kind of gluttonous and like superficial, right? Now I think I better understand it. I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And here's why. It's not simply about enjoying it as much as it is like, big shout out my guy Daylight in the building. What up,
Good.
fam?
Right.
It's good, family.
They late.
Okay, Jeezy. But like the work was so intense, right? That like I totally understand needing to be incredibly comfortable and getting the most rest possible. You know, for those long, intense days, right? And on that level, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad that I was this comfortable in here, you know, because, you know, during the day, you know, I'm up before the sun come up, you know, we get into it, and so I'm incredibly thankful for, you know, for that experience. Yeah.
No, that's real. Being able to eliminate distractions from rest is important when you work. And usually, you know, if you're able to afford, you know, those types of things, you either just come from money or whatever you're doing, it pays enough to afford that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So the stakes are usually high for some reason.
Right.
And, you know, not being able to sleep because the bed is just a pile of bricks, you know what I'm saying? Or you're just sleeping on the floor. Like those things keep you from getting that extra bit of rest, you know what I'm saying? And if you're, you know, an athlete that plays, you know, basketball, maybe that's the type of person that's in this hotel, then you need that rest. Like that is your job. And so eliminating and higher quality things come with that. Now, you know, they also had complimentary thongs and
I was wondering how he was
going to
man. What?
I just thought we weren't gonna go back to this.
So I don't know, you know, whatever.
It's
you know
facts.
what I'm saying?
It was right next to like the popcorn.
That's
Popcorn
crazy.
and Snickers and chips. But also, that was the most fully stocked. Like, you know, you go to a hotel and they give you like a bag of chips and some water that they dare you to open, and they're gonna charge you, you know what I'm saying, $6 for it. Nah, they had a full pantry of stuff. Drinks outside the refrigerator, inside the refrigerator. I'm talking about like a picnic basket.
The three syllables.
Yeah. Whoa, you get back to the original.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Stuff, condoms, and it was crazy. So they had condoms and thongs. Thongs in a box.
That's crazy.
All right, so what's been interesting about gifts? What? All right. Throughout this whole thing, you know, every hotel I've been to, whatever, you always see just the Bible or whatever. I haven't heard a Bible.
It was no Bible.
I low key opened up every drawer. I didn't see one. I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
I never seen a Bible in my hotel.
Really?
They literally
I've always.
Look, man, that's a different level because I be seeing the Bible in the motel. You feel me? Them doors that go directly outside.
That's right. I don't think.
The car can take your time up.
Yeah.
What's up, man? You got experience.
Scream that shit too.
He said, yeah, when they tell you your time up,
I hate that shit.
you pissing me off. Can't you see I'm doing something?
Oh my god.
Hey, yo, welcome to Tight Beat. Man, it's been a minute. You know
We
what I'm
need
saying?
that HR.
That's a real jump, bro. I feel like there's just a certain level of there's still a period of time where like I'm really doing it, you know what I'm saying? Energy can like overcome the need for rest, you know what I mean? But I will say that first night, bro, when I pulled up to the hotel, bro, I was getting sick quick, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Like I think one, we just needed some better air circulation, so you know what I'm saying? Mad be having that joint on super heat. You know what I mean? So when he left for the United Nations Gala, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't tell you he went
He tried to keep that on the low.
But
He tried to keep. I get why you would want to keep that. That's some confidential information. I get it.
But seriously, I took a nap in the bed, and bro, that set me up for the rest of the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It really did. Like that little bit, you know what I'm saying? It lasts. You know what I'm saying? You can't get away from good rest. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. And even when I discovered the blackout curtain, you know what I'm saying?
I love a good blackout curtain.
Like that.
That's it.
That changed everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what time it is I'm getting up. I'm thinking it could be 2 a.m. or 1 p.m. I don't even know.
I keep them at home.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Guy.
Oh yeah, y'all forgot the tambourine bash.
Yeah, we had
a whole
Tambo
thing.
Bass. Big shout out my guy Struley. Big shout
Yeah,
out to the
man.
whole Music Export Memphis organization and staff. Big shout out to my friend and someone I admire, Elizabeth Kwan, for having. I remember when she first had the idea for the Tambourine Bash, and like now it's like an established like institution of the city. You know what I'm saying? My guy Struley and I, we just decided to represent our individual squads and come together on some like wild electronic hip hop mashup, which was wildly different from every other performance that night. And every other performance that night was really dope. But we definitely were extremely left field, but in a way that I was extremely proud of. And so yeah, it was incredibly fun, great night. One more time, big shout out to my guy Struley, man.
Shout out to
Let's
Struley
go.
and
Yeah,
Future
let's go.
everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I pulled up. So Matt was there Monday through Sunday. I pulled up on Thursday, and Friday and Saturday I went up and helped out for the build. And yeah, that was, I second everything Matt said. It was an incredible honor to meet the whole crew in person and be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I was teaching kids how to use the drill, you know what I'm saying? Drilling the patch bay, drilling the interface.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? We installed.
Saw you working.
Really? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you was thinking about that from the Diddy perspective, but I was not.
We
Okay.
talking about the kids, man. I
Bro,
was thinking
you-
about that from a younger
Oh
perspective.
my god. Moving on.
Moving on. I can't get my channel canceled, bro.
Bro,
Moving on.
Bro, he said it was crazy. We
Say it
we
was crazy.
moving on.
I just repeated what you said.
We
man, so
moving on.
what else you do on your time in New York?
left the joint,
Right.
and so I had two dope joints. Coffee Black
Coffee
also
Black.
did that. Coffee Black.
Coffee back, bro.
That nigga over here struggling.
If you grew up in Memphis, bro, you would have been roasted so ridiculous.
Coffee Black.
Back in the
Roasted
day,
by
fam.
Coffee Black.
Coffee
Sheesh.
back.
Looking at it.
Coffee Black. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
That's the parody joint.
Coffee back.
We open that joint up across the street. Open the Coffee Black. All right. Anyway, Coffee Black pulled up, and
Big shout out Sydney.
they had shout out to Sydney. They had a brew up at Booney Coffee Shop in Inwood, New York, and I DJ'd at that joint, and that was really dope. It was cool because whenever I travel, I try my best especially when I go out the country, but also when I go to new cities, I try to hit a record store and pick up some stuff. And I had recently picked up some Ethiopian cassettes and vinyl, which was perfect because Gucci Mane, the premier coffee from Coffee Black, is an Ethiopian.
We got that in NOLA, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You talking about the records?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two of the records in New Orleans, and one of them, the third one, I got in Alabama.
Well, just for the sake of correction, we got that, right? So, I just want to make sure. I was very intentional.
So I'm gonna say it again, just in case you
man,
didn't
go
catch
ahead,
it the first time.
Yeah, so it was dope because Wessine Coffee Ceremony, I think her name is Wessine. She pulled up. She's from Ethiopia and did the coffee ceremony. Best coffee I've ever had. It was delicious. It was crazy. But it just meant a lot too because when the ceremony started, I bust out those records. You know what I'm saying? And like she recognized them joints. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, and then she like everybody was like clapping and doing the dance. It was very dope.
Yeah.
It was a special moment. So, and it was particularly special because shout out to Ramsey who let me borrow his equipment up there, but none of my equipment situations was working. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really figure out some left field. You know what I'm saying? Reach around, tween, hezzy, slam dunk, fake, pass it. Yeah. Catch my own pass, 3-pointer type shit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
Bro, I
And it
mean,
went in.
He tried to take it to that.
we ain't doing it. Right.
Brother. You're not talk about hoop right
Sham
now.
God.
The Sham, ain't nigga know what the Sham God is. Nigga don't even know who the fuck Sham God, bro. Stop.
Do the Sham
You do it right now. He do this shit right now.
Oh man.
Nigga said do the Sham God. My God,
Yo.
hit the...
So Italy,
Yeah.
Italy says you sleep so good with blackout curtains, which is facts. Nubia said reach around was unnecessary. That's facts, bro. You know what I mean? Then he tried to...
Basketball move is a reach around.
what is that,
So man, you trying to sneak and hide that you love that hot sauce, don't it? Show the camera what you got.
I threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground.
That's
And I said I was gonna.
Show the
And
camera.
I said I was gonna
She
throw
been
it in the
hoarding.
trash. I'm throwing it in the trash. I'm throwing it in the
Cover
trash.
your face with the...
So yeah, that was dope. And then, all right, so bro,
Right.
producer podcast.
Let's
My
stay
G's.
focused. Be locked in.
Period.
Bruh, so there's this show called Donut Lounge in Brooklyn, and it's a producer showcase. If you've been to Midnight Marauder, this is, or heard us explain what Midnight Marauder is, this is another type of that show that happens in Brooklyn. And it was a huge inspiration behind how we formatted our version. And it's been something I've been paying attention to for a couple years, just online. Just, you know, connecting with whoever I think is dope that shows up on the page, all of that. And so Mad's New York trip aligned with this particular show. And it's like, man, all of this has happened. I got to get to New York. So this was like the Kid Maestro main mission for me, was to go and honestly just be a part of that community, if I had the opportunity to do so, participate in the open ox, compete in that junk, and just meet people, you know what I'm saying, who are our tribe. And yeah, I did that junk, bro. I pulled up. I left the New York. You know what I'm saying? Left the studio that we built for Google. Hey, bro. I'm calling HR on you. You gotta stop.
That's crazy.
Man, just threw away perfectly good. Wasteful. See,
Come on. These kids in Africa. All right,
Man, they ain't eating that shit.
they trying to cut. All right.
Back to the story. Back to the story.
All right. Anyway, so pulled up to that junk, and I got there at like 6:30, right when they say you're supposed to get there and check in. So I'm like one of the first people there. I got all my luggage because I'm going from there straight to the airport the next morning. My flight leaves at 6 a.m. My sister pulled up from Boston, so that was dope. Shout out to Kayla. But I pulled up, check in, and once they finally got started, I was the first one to go. So it was like mostly an empty room. Set up my push. Now I had done checks, tested everything ahead of time, so I was good. Pulled up, set up my push, load up everything. I got sound. Sound is working. And like I do this intro where I'm chopping the pads. Maybe I'll post a video. I got a recording of it. I'll post it in the app, y'all. So get the Unapologetic World app. I'm playing this joint, and then like it's supposed to be a drop. I press play on the joint. There's no sound at all, and it's dead. So the room is empty. So, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really even like yelling or cheering like, it's okay. None of that church stuff.
It's all right.
It's just
all right.
Ain't nobody... Woo, you got it. Dog. Welcome to New York.
But there's a DJ that's
playing
playing music. This man's gone. I don't know where this, bro. It's
He in the
dead
audience looking at
silent.
you, like,
I'm just- I'm
what you
trying to
doing?
figure this out. Shout out to AR Immortal, the host, you know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got it? Was good, you know what I'm saying? Saying a little something, but eventually he stopped talking too. So I don't know what's going on. I had no clue what was happening, so I just reload the set. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's some, you know, corrupt John or whatever. It feels like it's like 10 minutes for me to reload the J. It's not that long, but that's what it feels like because it's dead silent in the room. I'm up on this stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Trying
a
to do this
5
show.
minute set, right?
It's
So
a 5.
short
Oh, you
set.
only get 5 minutes to play. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, but they let me. I think because I was the first one too, I wasn't really interrupting the flow. So, got it loaded up. got on the mic, kind of reset the vibe, and got started. Redid the chops, played my 5-minute set. It went well. At the end, they was like asking for an encore at the open aux, which is crazy. So yeah, it was super dope. And yeah, I felt really fulfilled being able to participate in that. 6 hours later, around 1:30 a.m., they announced the winner of the open aux competition. It happens to be me.
Period.
Yeah,
Let's go.
and so yeah, man, that was super dope because this is something I wanted. And so now eventually I'm gonna have a official set at Donut Lounge.
Yeah.
Next year when
Let's
they
go.
started back up in March or April, most likely April because March is probably gonna be a women's month. So yeah, that happened. That was great. I had a great time. It was very fulfilled. I won a chaotic eyeball. You know, the most interesting part of winning that though is several people while I was up there and when I came back that saw the video was like, yo, what made you choose the red one? And I was like,
Wow.
and I think, bruh, I have noticed this. Anytime, I must be one of the most consistent and dependable people in the world. Because anytime I try something new, like if I come in here wearing something you've never seen me wearing before, it's just like a big deal. It's like, yo, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? And I knew I don't have nothing red. I don't wear red or, you know what I'm saying? That's just not part of my color palette normally. So I feel like that just threw a lot of people off. Because it was between red and blue. And I chose it because I don't have nothing red. And I think people just, you know what I'm saying? They probably was very, very shocked on that. So
You're definitely a pastel type guy.
Yeah.
What the? This is a kid saying that he walked from Memphis.
Walk from Memphis to New York to be here with y'all tonight.
Right? Kid told everybody that he rode on a go-kart from Memphis to get there, man. Just trying to get some extra props. Straight cap, bro. It's all good.
Rode a camel through the desert.
Yeah, man.
Nubia said, so your choice seemed political.
Man, that man
Folks thought I was
conservative,
down
bro.
with us. It was a MAGA,
He was like,
the MAGA chaotic
exactly,
album.
bro.
That's crazy.
Man,
Yo, Italy says congratulations,
man,
kid.
thank you.
Yeah, man.
You know
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying?
Yeah, super salutes to you for having a goal and going down there and really doing that shit. Like that's just crazy. Having your sights on something and taking the risk to go out there and do it and then killing that shit when you get out there.
Yeah, man. Those are like, that's our community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, it's an honor to be in those spaces. And we don't have regular stuff like that here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Midnight Marauder. That's what we're trying to bring. But there's a lot of people that would love to go to something like that consistently once a month, including me. You know what I mean? So to see that was happening and thriving and growing is inspirational, and you're just drawn to that. When people create something that is unapologetically what it is, it's gonna have a community, and when you do it and you uplift it and present it like it's important, like it matters, it's gonna attract people. And I flew all the way from Memphis. I walked.
You walk, yeah.
From Memphis, you know what I'm saying, to be there. And I think that's a testament of when you do that for yourself in your own community where you live, you feel a whole. No Diddy, of course.
I wasn't even on
People
there
don't
right now
know.
because you
Of
low
course.
key. When you feel a hole, people are gonna come. It's so crazy, bro. But I get it, bro. That is so crazy, bro. That might be the most crazy.
I mean, it does
combination
happen.
of statements you could have.
We gotta reset.
Looking for HR bosses,
Welcome
please.
to Type Beat, you know what I'm saying? Another, y'all know what it is.
That's crazy. But now, I told y'all this in private in our meetings, but I also want to tell y'all this publicly. Just watching both of y'all, the way y'all moved up there in New York was super inspiring to us back here in the city, bro. I think seeing the full scope of it too. We had Daylight on here. Was that the last time we had? We had Daylight on here a few times ago though.
Yeah.
And to see the full scope from him coming down here and not even, you know. Yeah, you showed him how to build one panel, but y'all went up there and built the whole studio, and it looks amazing. It looks cozy. It looks like full of culture, full of life. It looks like a representation of this here. And so to see you, knock that out in 5 days with a whole MTV level camera crew.
Bro, it was crazy. That honestly was like one of the toughest parts. Is just knowing that like you're on.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. We built this room. Right, but I'm up in here with just hands and sweats, and I don't give. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling.
Now you gotta be. I make mad beats.
I gotta be
and still.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Nubia said y'all need a spray bottle to spray folks saying wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. She kind of violent. Like,
y'all need to just waterboard them for saying Diddy type stuff.
That's crazy. Nubia, you must be really feeling yourself today. You dropped that new single.
Yeah. Crazy segue. You know,
crazy segue.
That was good.
Oh my
God. Saying slightly sacred, available
Slightly
everywhere.
scared.
You know what I'm saying?
It must
Curtis.
be slightly holy water. You know?
Bro, hidden. Yo, they need to redo all them little exorcism movies. So instead of like doing this junk, they hit him with the spray bottle.
Yo.
That would be crazy. Hit him with the water gun.
the super soaker.
Exactly, bro.
Italy said, it seems like y'all built that studio so fast. Man, we did. Yeah. We really did. And that's it. These are like, I'll say this. Like when me and Kid put together this room in 12 days, and we had to lay down carpet and paint and, you know, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to put together whole desks, like custom desks. And we did that in 12 days because I had to score a movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That let me know, like, oh, damn, we kind of do this. You know what I'm saying?
It was. I mean, we could have did it in probably 3 days. You know, if it was that same situation. But it was all the extra stuff.
Yeah. Honestly, the thing that made it like it took us. I mean, however many days it took us to do it in New York. You know, but honestly, most of the time was like explaining how to do things.
Yeah.
If it was just me and Kid doing it, and it was just a few words here and there on, you know, how to set up something, man, we would have been done in 72 hours. Like, you know, absolutely. And that would have just been because I would have been like, we need to take lunch breaks. You know, if not, man, who knows how fast we could have been done with that shit.
Yeah. But the time it took was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a movie up there. We did, you know, we had interviews going on. You know what I'm saying? Just walking around New York. You know what I'm saying? Talking. It was a whole TV show, literally. You know what I'm saying? Being shot. So, you know what I'm saying? When that footage drops, you guys will hear it first.
Yeah. Man, Italy said that's insane to me. Y'all cold. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta, you know, keep spreading the gospel, you know what I'm saying, of outer space and unapologetic. You know?
I do have to say though, like part of why that, you know, this is like, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the Justice League, but this is like the perfect mix of Superman and Batman. How that came together. Yeah. And you know, the Superman part was being there, adjusting. Yep. You know what I'm saying, being in the moment, being on and being like, oh, we need this, okay, we'll do this instead in the meantime, like all of that. But the Batman part was setting up the strategy, which, you know what I'm saying, I got to shout you out for, you know, drawing up the whole thing ahead of time. And Nikita, you know what I'm saying, making sure everything was there ahead of time. Like, absolutely. Like all of that.
Hold on, I want to point out something too. Like they had a whole room, probably about the size of this room, and just in a little bit different dimensions, filled with all the boxes of equipment. Right? So it's one thing to be like, okay, let me set up the studio, let me install everything. It's another thing to have to rummage through. Like the whole first day I got there, like literally the whole first day I got there, we didn't build anything. I'm just going through boxes, making sure that what we ordered is there, organizing it in a way to where when it's time to put things together, I can do that. But when you have multiple hands involved, things get moved around sometimes. You got to find things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so there were definitely times where it was like, hey, Nikita, we ordered this. Did that come? And she can say, yeah, this was when it was delivered, blah, 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 you know, and that would help me, you know, make things happen. And so just having somebody, I keep telling Nikita, like, yo, you're my comms. You know, every spy movie has like somebody where they call and then this is somebody surrounded by like 11 computers and they're like turning the red lights green and telling you what's happening on the corner of 14th and 8th or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And for me, that was Nikita on this, you know, on this build. So, man, ultra important, ultra effective.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man. Changing the tide, you know.
Talk
about Tidal. And
Yo,
Yo, hold up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
This man ain't say nothing for 8 minutes. Because he didn't need to jump in the conversation, bro. He could just do that jump. That was
epic, fam. I gotta give him a huge shout out.
but yeah,
I like it.
so Tidal.
Big shout out Sonny in the chat on Facebook. No doubt.
Family.
Yeah.
But yeah, for people that don't know, Tidal
It
is
says, yo, LJW, let's go.
W's in the chat, yo.
You
W's in
get
the
affirmations
chat.
this week,
That's
bro.
it, dog. On Wednesday, affirmations. I'm pre-doing that.
yeah. So Tidal is trying to essentially make it easier for indie artists. They have a spotlight for artists to basically ditch the middleman. You can distribute your own music and upload to Tidal yourself, and essentially you can get paid if your song, if they focus with your song enough and it gets selected to a curated playlist, you get money, like straight to your Cash App. No longer having to wait on the quarterly or whatever like that. But yeah, I feel like it's.
I got words for this.
It's. I like the idea. I think it's a dope concept, but I'm interested to see how the other platforms like respond to that. Will they try to do their own thing similar to, or how? I guess. What are y'all perspectives on it?
Man, I have a few perspectives, and so I'm not gonna go first.
Damn. My perspective is extremely macro, so I can't go first.
All right.
It's extremely macro. Yeah.
Well, all right. So cool.
You go first.
I'm just thinking also as an indie artist. So I have kind of two. Like, part of it is on some like, is it truly about the music? Do you have to know someone? Type of curator type thing. Will this force artists to really, if it's fair, will this force artists to really like lock in on some like quality versus quantity type of thing, or with more, or will Tidal see more uploads because artists are trying to get paid quick, So I'm not sure exactly. I feel like because it's so new, we still got to see how it plays out.
So are they saying that you upload directly through Tidal and they'll pay you if you get playlisted, or
Yeah. Like, you upload yourself. You don't have to go through
No
DistroKid.
distribution.
You don't have to go through any distribution. You are the distribution. You upload yourself to Tidal, and if they fuck with your song enough and it gets on the playlist, you get paid. You get $100 directly to your Cash App. Like,
Per
I think
day?
Per
day that is played?
per
day
day and
that's
per
on-
song, right?
Per day, per track that is on an editorial playlist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's big, honestly. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am the only female on this panel, so I have to be me. But yeah, like, that's amazing, to be honest, because a lot of these distribution platforms don't even give you that at all. They give you pennies on your dollar. Like, even to upload like my music, like, I'm just now seeing like $400 some, and it literally has been uploaded for years, and it's been playlisted, and my music's gotten playlisted and everything, and I haven't received nothing but pennies off of that. So to see that Tidal is doing something like that for the artist, it lets me know that they're genuinely thinking about the artist and how the artist should get paid, and not these companies.
It honestly, it kind of,
You don't think so?
it kind of in the.
Or is it a money grab for them?
I think
More
I think it's
beneficial?
definitely on some like, we need more people on our platform. And artists, one of the big complaints is how much artists get paid, the payouts or whatever. So I kind of feel like it shifts the culture and kind of put the control back in the artist's hands to a degree. It just reminds me on some like, when you got the physical copies, you out hustling or whatever, like you used to get paid for your physical copies versus having to wait every quarter or whatever to get pennies on the dollar for streaming. Now you you basically take streaming out of it, and it's like, nah, if we rock with this song enough and we put it on the playlist, you're getting paid. Like,
But then
directly
also
to
when you think about it, it's kind of generating income to their platform
Of course.
too. Like when I really think about it, it's more like, oh, we get X amount of people to come in. Like we're the ones really getting paid. We're just giving them $100 per day type shit,
It's a
and we're
business
making
move.
way more than that.
I think that's just that's the lane they took. Like you got Apple, you got Spotify. Those are just. I'm not on Tidal, so I can't speak with any type of like real factual evidence. But word on the street, the Gen is just not a good platform.
No,
So-
it's really
so
not.
the lane they would choose would be the let me appeal to the artist. Let me appeal. Let me pick. All these folks is not giving nobody no money. Let me pick that lane and then
Yeah.
And I think
I
they
get that.
they're doubling down on that because I feel like when Tidal first came out, that was their
They were
that was
bougie
their
as fuck
message.
when they first came out.
I wouldn't say that. I was going to say like that was their message in the sense of we pay out the most. So being that artists is still on some like that's still not enough. It's still pennies to a dollar. Like I bet if you make some dope music, we like your song, we put it on the playlist, we pay you directly. I feel like that changed the game. And of course, starting off once it really picks up steam, I feel like there will be a quality issue in the sense of I feel like they're going to be desperate artists just uploading on some like, man, one of these got to pop, And that, I feel like that helps for a Tidal itself on their platform. But I'm also thinking like, in some sense, will that further like devalue the music?
And I wonder, are they charging for you to upload these things as well?
Really quick, Italy says, what is Tidal's percentage? Right.
That's
That's a
I
great
know.
question.
I know they had the. Well, I don't know if you're talking about on this new issue, but they definitely have the highest payout.
Yeah,
That's
that's how they
the
started.
That's
thing from
always
the gate.
has it been.
Yeah, that was their messaging. But even when you have the highest payout and it's still pennies to a dollar, like versus being like, hey, if you make something dope and it gets on the playlist, we're paying you $100 a day,
Man,
So what about when it gets taken off the playlist? Then you ain't getting
stop
paid no more.
follow me real quick. I got
Let's go.
I got a couple things I need to think about.
Let's
We need to
go.
think about with this. Okay, one, this in general, I think is a move to position themselves as the hero, right?
of course.
Because the music world is super gung ho. The pendulum has swung against everything streaming, and very specifically streaming platforms, including
Spotify. and all
our
that.
distribution programs, because they have a collective monopoly on the process, right? In terms of the big three, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, those type of joints, there's no way for you to get your music onto those platforms without going through a distribution platform, right? And so they can dictate the terms in a way that you don't have any way to fight back. You can just choose another distribution platform, but you can't do it yourself, right? You can't market. You know what I'm saying? You can not get signed and still reach the people, but you can't get on those platforms without going through there. And so because artists don't feel like they're getting paid enough on these platforms, and they can't dictate the terms and do it themselves, right, on those platforms because of the distribution junts, it's just all pandemonium. So being one of the big ones, Tidal's like, oh, okay, artists, y'all are unhappy. Let's just open up. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to work with those distribution platforms. Y'all can upload directly to us. And you know what? Y'all don't feel like y'all getting money? Let's throw in this playlist junk. Yeah, this is super a branding move because there's an opportunity to position themselves as the hero, which is really the main thing. This is a branding move.
This has nothing to do with caring about artists.
Yeah.
Nothing. Has nothing to do with caring about
What I do want to know is, does this move translate to people getting on their play? Like this translates to the artist. Does this translate to the consumer?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so
Wait.
the preacher hands. So, in terms of like, okay, so the next part that I think we just need to quit. I don't have an answer to this, but the purpose, at least that we know of, the purpose of these distribution platforms are So they not only to distribute, but also to collect the royalties on these platforms. When you upload, when Tidal becomes SoundCloud,
Yeah.
what is their royalty
Yeah.
payout system? Because we know they doing the $100 to the Cash App, but are your royalties being generated
Right.
coming
I
to
feel
your
that.
Cash App?
I
Them
feel
them
that.
fractions of pennies or whatever.
I feel
I don't know how that works. We got to look at the terms and services. But if you don't, you like, I'm just curious of like who's collecting. Like I feel like everybody's distracted from the $100 payout.
Yeah.
That I don't know how you collecting your royalties
I feel
because
that.
it
I feel
sounds
that.
like SoundCloud. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I feel that.
And I mean, SoundCloud has their way, but like it's a certain,
Yeah.
I'm just curious of how they doing that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right. No, that
Because
makes
that's
sense.
not being talked about. Like, do you
Exactly, yeah.
do you get to bypass? Are you going to collect all your royalties? Are they going to collect from themselves on your behalf and take a percentage of your royalties?
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things
Right. You haven't heard
we
much
haven't been
about that.
talked
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
real.
I
So
feel that.
that's one part. And in terms of like what you were saying, C Major, in terms of subscribers, man, I really don't know. I don't know how that's gonna get people on their platform. I feel like they're not struggling because to me the thing that made them special was not that it was they were paying the highest, but the
Quality.
it was the
soundless,
lossless
yeah,
audio.
lossless.
Yeah.
So you could they had the highest
Which
quality
Apple Music
streaming.
now has.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Which is
I think
you know what I'm
Spotify just I feel like they just opened the door to that as well.
saying? Yeah, I think so. So
Which you might be right. Maybe they don't care about that. But if
you know what I'm saying? So
if
I don't
that's
know.
not the goal, then
I don't.
hey,
Yeah, I don't know how that translates to getting people on the platform because I don't know if. I think they always want people on the platform, but I don't know if they're trying to compete with Apple Music at that. Like if they're trying to get people off other platforms to it. But if they were, I do think it's the best way to do it because what you're gonna do is like if they can create an environment where artists overwhelmingly feel like they're being treated fairly, they'll easily move their catalog over there and say,
Yeah.
"Hey,
No,
just
I
listen to
agree.
me only on here, right?"
I
Which
feel
will,
that.
when enough people do it, bring all those fans over to that one platform.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep people from divesting and going super independent.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where they're not on anything and just be like, "Yo, just be with me."
This is my point. This is why I had to speak. I couldn't speak immediately on this because, yeah, like I feel like right now what we're talking about is like, you know, which bricks are crumbling, right? Which household functions have stopped working or are shifting, right? But all of this is evidence of a collapsing of today's current structure. Absolutely. And I want to be clear about something. Right? Like, yeah, we talking about Tidal's payout, we talking about whether or not it's for the artist or not, we talking about all of these things, right? I think the most important thing regarding this move is the fact that a semi-major to major music streaming platform, right? Because this ain't like one of them side jumps you see over on the side of your, you know, when you log into DistroKid and it tells you this is where all your music going to.
Yeah.
Tidal is not like number 87 on
Yeah,
that list.
no.
Like this is, you know what I'm saying?
Top 3, yeah.
You got Spotify, you got Apple Music, and then you got Tidal, right? Like, do y'all understand, like in any sort of business scenario, right? How wild of a move it is when you make the middleman no longer necessary, right? You are complete like the industry, like we're now saying a basketball team is no longer 5 players on the court. Now it's 4, right? That changes the game, right? And especially if that move looks advantageous. We're talking about the 2016-17 Warriors. Tallest dude out on the court is 6'7", right? If somebody did that and it didn't work, who cares? But when they did that, they started killing everybody.
Sorry, franchise.
Right.
Dynasty, yeah.
So if this thing catches any traction, Spotify, Apple Music, like this will literally be the Steph Curry movement, right? Where we shooting 83s a game now in the NBA because of Steph Curry and Klay Thomas. Klay Thompson, you know what I'm saying? Like they just removing a middleman, right? Since the history of music selling, distributors have existed, right? Before streaming, you still had to go to a distributor. You know what I'm saying? To be competing in a major way, right? This is the biggest signal of the death of that I have ever seen. Right? And so what that tells me on a larger scale is that the very first fast food company to offer value meals, right, changed the game, right? And you saved 30 cents. But if people started going there for those value meals, and they said, yo, they got value meals over here, you can get this, and this for $5. You know what I'm saying? Every other said, all right, now we got value meals, right? Okay, if the other two major platforms see this as a threat and adjust to that, the death of the distributor is a wild concept in the music industry. But what it more signifies is that the competitive nature, and this is the part that I think people are not going to get. If Tidal can get people to leave, right, what's more important than where they went is the fact that they're willing to leave. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? The viscosity, the fact that something has been here for a long time and something happened and it made you change. If changing platforms becomes a normal thing, if people hop up and say, oh, wait a minute, I've been here for a long time, let me decide where I want to be, that is the gateway to what I call the Netflix precedent. Right? That's the gateway. In 2006 and 2007, every movie you watched on your computer was either somewhere illegal or Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? And as soon as somebody else made a platform, I can't remember who it was. It might have been AMC, HBO, whatever, blah, blah. And that started working. People started to say, wait a minute. I want to watch this. I am willing to pay another streaming. Even if they only had like $2.99 in comparison. But people were willing to not log on to Netflix and go over here to watch Breaking Bad. Once you change the minds of your consumer, their patterns, and what they are willing to do to get what they want, that's when the doors open. That's when labels start making their own streaming platforms. You don't need a distributor anymore. That's when independent artists start making the Unapologetic World app.
Yeah.
But we did that 7-8 years ago, my G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I seen this coming. You know what I'm saying? And all of these bricks are bricks that are crumbling that eventually lead to the dismantling of the two-headed monster that is Apple Music and Spotify. And then the leveling out of the game where people will pick their platform based off of who and what they want to listen to.
And, I still think that's still uncomfortable for a lot of people. I hear people complain. It's like, damn, I got to go to Patreon to watch this junk why can't y'all just, you know what I'm saying? People, but they'll do it, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they'll stop. It's like, I got too many subscriptions. But I am seeing that people are, it's an uncomfortable change, but it is changing. The other thing, though, that I think is maybe an unintended fallout from this is if that change does happen, what will eventually happen is two things. One, this reminds me a lot of when Instagram was paying people to do reels, and if you got a certain view count, you got a little.
They still do that.
Then they just stopped it. Well, they stopped it for everybody.
Well, yeah.
Like during the pandemic, bruh,
Yeah,
you could get you like a little $200 for posting a reel that got a certain amount of views.
Yeah.
But so I think this program is just gonna stop, and then people are gonna be like.
What now?
They're going to have a pattern of like, now I done already built my new fan base, my new structure off of uploading here. And I got to keep doing it. And then also...
The Bandcamp method.
That's why I was...
Yes. And then also, it's going to be a subscription to be able to upload your music directly to these platforms. So now, similar to Spotify, you gotta pay to listen. I mean, not Spotify, SoundCloud. You got to pay to be a listener, and you got to pay to be an uploader.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, all of this, bro. And this is a point I was going to make earlier when you were telling me your perspective. Because I was like, yo, this is totally brand positioning. This is taking advantage of the climate of today's streaming atmosphere when it comes to artists. If they had introduced this concept 2 or 3 years ago, it wouldn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be nothing. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they had this concept 2 or 3 years ago. And they were like, nah, let's wait till it gets worse. Let's wait till people absolutely hate all of this. You know what I'm saying? And then at the peak of All right, man. When JID is dropping his own app, when people are finding other ways, when you can tap something and now I can listen to your album. When people are when there's a clear trend that people are saying, hey yo, fuck the streaming, we got to find other ways. That's when they're going to introduce this. You know what I'm saying? And my point is just that, you know, we could sit here and discuss how this thing falls, but it's falling. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell y'all, when this thing gets to the bottom of wherever the fuck it's going, I hope you have your own thing.
Yeah.
That makes me just think like, what will happen to platforms like Bandcamp or SoundCloud and stuff like that? Like, because those were the independent like hubs, so to speak.
Look, this is it, and this is, I feel like this is what distributors did, and this is where these platforms are going to try to do as well. Notice how this was oriented around an editor's playlist. The only thing that, like, or the not the only thing, but the main thing that these platforms will have as an advantage is marketing capabilities. Relationships and the ability to get you in front of more people, right? And they're going to have to find a way to turn that up. Spotify's going to have to make deals with like Nike. Spotify's going to have to make deals. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to do.
Kind of discount.
They're going to find a way to say, hold on, we're still more valuable. We know that you can do this on your own, right? But we have relationships and connections. Like, and all I'm saying is that these things are now becoming labels, because that's what labels did.
Yeah.
When the labels got dethroned, their power was no longer, it was that we know this organization. We can connect you with this brand deal, right? That's what these platforms are going to try to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's gonna be crazy though. Like if Apple or any other platform just position themselves on some like, we can get you synced, we can get you in these movies,
right.
we can get you.
Yeah.
That's.
But
Okay.
I think the bigger thing though is if they're forced to. That's the Nike conversation. Like if Nike's even forced to switch, somebody's winning. Like that's
real.
that's
Yeah, competition is great.
I love it.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you, Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify. If you're listening, let me give you some $1 billion advice.
type shit. Come on,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this advice because it's gonna make everything better. Because Tidal is doing it right. They're using the current climate, the frustrations to position themselves as the hero.
Absolutely.
If you want to be the new hero, or Tidal, you know what I'm saying? If you want to double down, this is what you got to do. You got to find a way to keep people from uploading stuff to other people's platforms. People are uploading random AI junts to like Hiatus Coyote profile and can't get them junts off. Like junts be there for a month.
Really?
You know, yes, that is that's
the
a
thing. There was
huge
a lawsuit
problem.
about that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Is that there's no verification to keep people from uploading to the I Make Mad Beats junk. Like you could just do that.
It was artists. Yep.
And you have no way. Meanwhile, these platforms are like, this was AI generated and just taking your shit off.
Wow.
With no discussion, no verification. Stuff that you
Wow.
actually made. So people can upload to your profile and you can't get it fixed in a reasonable time or manner or process.
Yeah.
But in the same time, they're like falsely
Taking shit.
taking stuff down. If one of these platforms can figure out a system to keep that from happening, like real verification, over with. That's gonna have people moving their whole platforms for real.
Man, I'm gonna be real, man. Like, shout out to Kid Maestro giving these people advice, but I'm gonna remove that part from this post. I wanna go back.
Nah, bro, we want to see
I'm
this.
waiting on this to collapse.
We want to see this.
I want to see all of this fall.
Yeah.
I'm over this.
Yeah.
I'm over patching this up and finding new ways. Nah, this needs a whole new build.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The music industry is the most rotten with band-aids and patches, or, you know what I'm saying, industry ever. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see all of this fall. I'm not saying we go back. I'm saying we go forward with a new plan, just not this plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm not saying we go back to tapes. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, it's wild. Have y'all seen what they doing in Ireland? Like Ireland, like they got like a like musicians there can like apply and get like a monthly salary or some shit. I can't remember exactly what the amount is or what they call it. I think it might be a stipend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's paid for by the country itself, right?
Wow.
And this is honestly, I'm gonna be real. Like, this is they paying $1,500. So they, you know, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think that's cool, but I also think that's sad as fuck. Right? It's
That they
sad.
have
Like,
to do that.
exactly. Like the state, like musicians, creative, things. Like this should not be a nonprofit organization. Like we should be able to compete, and then the fruits of our label actually earn our labor actually earn us profit. Right? We shouldn't have to be given something so that we can survive when we spent so long creating things that thousands of people enjoy. Right?
Agreed.
I'm not with this like they're suffering. Give them like just just make a system to where I'm great, and because I'm great, I make money off that. And right now that's not what the system is, and that's all that's got to die. You know what I'm saying? Like because if you ain't Michael Jackson, you fucked.
Man, Michael Jackson really got to where he was because he was buying other people's catalogs. Leveraging. Man, like, he was the record label.
Might started this shit. Nah.
Damn.
That's facts, man.
I think it is the perfect time to put this out just because of, like you said, the climate of where everyone is right now. But it does feel like a desperate reach. In a sense of, like, I feel that they are missing out on, like, the subscribers and everything. Because I don't hear much about Tidal now. Like, this is the first time I've heard Tidal, like, really being discussed in a while.
I feel like Tidal has a solid base. I really do. And the people who subscribe to them care about quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do have, like, a non-high quality version, but, like, I do think that their platform just has the most amenities, in my opinion. Even for, like, and they were innovative in a lot of ways. Or, I won't say innovative, but they were community forward in a lot of ways that just doesn't get talked about. For example, in the DJ community, like there used to be several apps that allowed you to stream from Spotify. And Spotify just pulled that shit. They just stopped, you know what I'm saying? So people's whole situation just stopped. But Tidal, you've been consistently able to stream from them. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Now they added that as a new subscription lately.
Wow.
But and then so I think with that, Apple Music responded and did they jump. So now you can stream from them. But even still, when you stream from Tidal, you can still use stems and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's still a lot that you could do. So I'm just using that as an example that I think they're in general more forward thinking, and I think they're not the biggest ones, but I don't think they were struggling. I think they are their brand has always been like something is messed up. We gonna pay artists more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we black owned. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like they always are positioning themselves as like an antithesis to a structural issue in the music industry, and I think this is just right in the ploy of that. Because they weren't first, so they don't get the Spotify's and the Apple Music ecosystem. Because people were just using that because Spotify was first and Apple Music is Apple. So it's just easy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they have those things working for them. So I don't think they're ever going to be number one in
it's a big,
that way. So they got to do this. And they feel like they've always been doing that.
Yeah. It's a big gap between the 1, 2, and Tidal's the 3. There's Nike, Adidas, and maybe Tidal's like New Balance or some shit like that. But but I do think they have those niche things. And like Matt said, if this thing could shake anything up and we get to a situation where it's the Wild Wild West, maybe talent starts to come. Talent starts to come back in the forefront.
Bro, honestly, that's how this is a controversial statement. But that's a part of the pie and how I feel about hip-hop not being on the top 40 Billboard in 35 years, right? Like, I feel like it
Cook.
We supposed to talk about Jay-Z.
It wasn't the jump, but it's a bro.
I was waiting for it.
Relax.
I was waiting.
You chilling with that perspective, bro. But that's a part of it. Is like, I'm be honest, like, hip hop has always seemed like a lick to people. You know what I'm saying? To certain people, like just something like, oh, I can do this. This is like you gotta think about it. Like, like anything else that lands in the top 200 or whatever on Billboard, right? And I'm this is controversial, but it is what it is. Like other genres, like just require more skill. They do. You know what I'm saying? Like to get to that high, like think about it. Like who's the Afro man of like pop music that pulled that off? Because I got high. That was
What's
rap,
his name?
right? Like name a pop person, like at the skill level of Afro man, right? That got to the top 40.
Yeah.
It don't happen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like hip hop was like a lick to a lot of people. Like it was just like, hold on, bro, this is something that anybody can do, right? Because they're just not requiring you to be that skilled. You just got to be funny and catchy, you know what I'm saying, and charismatic, right? And so, you know, and as long as that looked like a lick, as long as that looked like, oh snap, like so and so just went in the studio and was high and just freestyled some stuff, and now he's in the top 40. I can do that too. Yeah. Well, then people were pouring into rap with that. You know what I'm saying? But now that rap is looking a little bit more like, oh snap, I gotta actually, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta actually try. I gotta actually know what I'm doing. You know what I'm
put
saying?
the drugs
Like,
down.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Well, if that's the case, well then yeah, let that shit crumble. Again, one other thing, let that shit fall. I'm with it. Let it die.
Afro beats is here, bro. Man, when I be going overseas, hip hop is definitely loved and known by everybody. But I've been in them clubs, man. Like,
Yo.
Been in them clubs.
Type
man.
shit. Come on, nigga.
I've been in them clubs, bro. Johannesburg, dog.
Bro, them folks is trying to dance.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you the part of this that people don't want to really say, but it's facts. This is the first time that this, you know, that they in 35 years that hip hop ain't been in the top 40. Bro, you wanna know why that really happened, bro? Because y'all crucified Drake, bro. You know what I'm saying? Drake been holding us down in that category for mad years. Stop the cap. You know it's true. You know what I'm saying? You know it's true. When you dethrone Drake, you dethroned hip hop in the top 40. That's facts. Anybody prove me wrong? It's not cap. That's true.
Yeah, bro.
That's real Kendrick Lamar. Then.
Yo, who's been holding us down in the
He
top
done
40
fucked it up,
more than
bruh.
Drake?
You're right though.
Man,
Come on, man.
Like,
when
you're
y'all
right.
took Drake away from that, well,
Drake like, all right, man.
Then Drake finna come back and be like, all right, y'all need me to save you.
Yeah. He pulling the title. He pulling the title.
That's a bro.
He pulling the
we finna
title.
go with-
controversy. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
That's a
Drake finna be
crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy,
Bro, do you
It's
understand like
This man Kendrick.
his
Bro,
fan base?
Kendrick wasn't. Who
Kendrick
else was
number
holding
one.
us? It was Drake, bro.
Kendrick
Come
was
on.
number one for that year, bro. And
And then that was it, though.
And that was it. Literally, that was
Top
it.
40, bro.
He went back to do it. He went back to living life. Damn, bro, that's going just the energy that's going to give like true Drake fanatics, bro. That gonna become like cowboy.
Shout out to
fans.
Drake. I mean, but that's also slightly dissing just everybody else that's not Drake. Like Jid, nope. J. Cole, nope. Nope. You, nope.
I mean, hold on, bro. Even beyond like skill and great songs, I'm just talking about consistency. There has been no
no, you're
more
right,
consistent
Yeah.
chart-topping rapper ever.
That's right.
Forget the last 30. I mean, period.
That's
Like,
right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like in the history of
Music.
I think music.
Yeah.
You competing with
Yeah.
Mike, bro.
Talking about a
Yeah.
nigga competing with
That's what I'm
Jay-Z.
saying. And so you dethrone that guy, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Bro, nah.
Y'all think he can
Go
go
off
in the
what
verses with
yeah.
Jay-Z though?
That's what I'm thinking. Like he has been holding it down.
Yeah.
So
I
could he
think-
compete with Jay-Z?
I think Drake could kill Jay-Z in the verses, honestly. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, it just depends on.
it depends on how many rounds.
That's the thing. Like,
But I don't know. Maybe it don't depend on how many rounds. I don't know.
Think about it.
I think what you, I think Jay is facing an extremely uphill battle. He not fighting Drake. He fighting recency bias. A lot of his hits is
sure.
90,
That's right.
early 2000s.
right.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas, you like,
But-
if you take it's this like the Michael Jordan LeBron kind of like debate. Like it's eras, and I don't think he fucking with Jay. I don't think Drake. I don't think Jay fucking with Drake.
so
Yeah.
okay,
And
so
now.
people, people who don't
Hold
know.
on.
I mean, I love Jay. I
Italy
don't.
said, "I'm gonna have to agree." What you agreeing on? You
She agreeing on
about
the,
the Drake part, or you? Like, yeah. What you?
Yeah,
let,
about
let me
what
know.
you were saying with Drake.
Okay. Okay. Big
All right,
bet,
so
big
for
bet.
people that don't know, we have transitioned and we're talking about. So recently, Verzuz kicked back off. We had what was it, Cash Money versus No Limit, but a controversial statement about from Jay-Z that apparently came back around. Jay said that no artist could basically fuck with him in the Verzuz. But based off what we're just talking about with the hip hop not being in the top 40, 35 years, and Drake has been the most consistent with that. Like,
Ever.
does that change that
He just got-
conversation?
his bag is just way too deep. It's way too modern. I mean, he's been the sound of the last 20 years. You know what I mean?
So if
I don't know if Jay was ever the sound. Like I feel like Jay was a good shit. Drake do the same thing, but I think Jay was a good roll with the punches. Like, all right, this is what we doing. All right, but I can do it better. But Drake does.
Drake does. Yeah, Drake does.
If
That's
Pac was
interesting.
still
I feel-
alive, that would be a damn good versus.
That's interesting because I definitely feel like The Rock was the sound for a minute. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like
right, you're
everybody
right.
was.
I think
Yeah.
the Rock
Yeah.
was a sound, but was it
But
Jay?
Jay was the leader of that, so I guess
Yeah.
I give
Because they all kind of had the same production, and you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Yeah. Well, what I mean by that is
Drake
Yeah,
had a
Jay had-
period where it was Drake. Like,
Drake's vocals, the way his shit cut, the way he moves, I think is a which that might be a 40 discussion. But
yeah, I think that's what it really.
but I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I still either way, I still agree that Drake just got too many songs.
Yeah,
Like I really do.
too many hits.
Yeah, he got too many. He got too many hit songs.
He got
bro.
wild
Like
hits.
you can go from his mixtape era so far. You could just start it so far gone and keep going.
Yeah, bro.
But even outside that, on some, and I could be a bit biased, but when I heard this statement, it made me think of Kanye. Not saying that Kanye's a better rapper in a sense, but like Kanye produced a lot of Jay-Z shit, and he produced a lot of other hits.
Yeah.
Like in a versus, it's basically whatever your name is attached to.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like it's your song.
Yeah.
Nah,
So-
Drake started getting in his writing bag, his songwriting. He put like that Alicia Keys.
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm saying,
It's
like-
really going crazy.
Man, Jay-Z could do what's the Snoop Dogg joint?
Yeah, nah, he
He did a lot
could.
of-
He
he did
could.
a lot of,
Hold on. I mean, yeah, he could,
You wouldn't do that.
but Jay don't have to. Like,
Nah.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, this man's wife is Beyonce. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he got.
Yeah,
got shit
he got
work, yeah.
crazy
Bro,
love.
that's what
He
I'm
got
saying. Like, you can't. You can
what's
pull out any feature.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this
That's
is what I
crazy.
say.
What's the,
This is what I'll say though. This is against Drake. Man, I feel like everybody would agree with what we're saying about Drake versus Jay-Z. What the majority of us saying about Drake versus Jay-Z of a Drake versus Kanye. But when they did that concert together, Kanye whooped
Man,
Drake.
Smoke.
but I don't know. Yeah,
And they be performing at them jumps, bro. It's a part of it too.
It's a yeah.
True.
Kanye
I don't know.
whooped his ass.
But Drake didn't know that was a. Drake thought that was a benefit concert. Drake went out there and did some tour shit, and didn't know Kanye was trying to battle that
But
nigga.
Kanye's Kanye at all moments, so
Literally.
you gotta, you know.
Yeah, Kanye whipped the fuck out of Drake. But Drake's singing deep cuts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's why I'm
That's how
saying,
you
when
say
I,
you might do the same shit.
that's why I'm saying, like, I think if anybody, I put Kanye in that conversation.
Kanye and Drake could
Just-
go for a good versus. That would be a damn good versus.
It would be difficult because they would both be trying to play niggas in Paris and shit. Like,
That's fact.
like
Hey, you play the same song. Media the same song.
they got a whole monumental album. He just played the instrumental.
Ain't no J on that.
He played his version.
version.
He played his version. You know, he rapped to that shit before he sent it to Jay.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think
Hold on. I want to ask y'all this, right? If you had to give a percentage, right? Let's just say, like a total of 100%. What percentage of who wins a versus is based on public sentiment about the artist? Because to me, when you bring up Kanye and you bring up Drake, like it's impossible to think about this without considering this, right? because Kanye is enemy number one right now. You know what I'm saying?
True,
like,
true.
You know what I'm
But-
saying?
I think that
and
does
then,
play a part.
And then Drake posts battle,
Yeah.
right? You know, meanwhile Jay is still just Jay.
Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I'm trying to think
I
of
don't-
previous junts.
I
to-
honestly don't think it's a big percentage when it comes to the actual music. Yeah, we look at what someone has done in the public eye, but that's just like
Like now, could R. Kelly win
I
a
was
versus?
just finna
Yeah,
say. I was
that's what I'm
just
saying.
finna
I
say.
think he
R.
could,
Kelly-
bruh.
I
Like,
was
I really
literally
do.
finna bring
But
him
no,
up.
I feel like
I
if
was
you
literally
doing the
gonna say
verses, that is automatically not a like if either you're not doing it because niggas hate you, but if you're doing it, niggas done forgot about it. Like they don't care.
Let's
Literally.
be very, very clear, bro. Let's just be very clear.
Niggas
He
been-
repping Chicago right now. Go ahead, man.
Niggas been talking about R. Kelly winning the joint. Like
Yeah,
Literally.
but like you said,
Let's just be very clear. Like
R. Kelly against Chris Brown.
R. Kelly probably wouldn't get invited to do a versus.
I don't think so.
if
But
you did.
On the phone.
but that is only because the angriest voices are the loudest.
Yep.
That's right.
If Versus had the courage to put him up, then that would encourage the people that still love R. Kelly to show up.
Those people still exist?
Bro,
Yeah,
right here?
they very much still exist. They very much still. They very much still exist.
I'm just saying, like, there are
Yo.
plenty of
fight for
people.
your Chicago brother.
There are plenty, and I'll give a great example. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just saying this neutrally, however you feel about him. Chris Brown is a great example. There are still people who hate that man and feel like he should not exist.
crazy.
Yeah, because of what he did to
there have been
Rihanna.
enough people who have had the courage to say nah, that have empowered so many people enough to get him on world tours still.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but I mean, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I still feel like R. Kelly is in a different
Yeah.
category.
Yeah,
Well,
for
but
sure.
I think he's in a different category. But I'm passing that sentiment on to Kanye West, who is not nearly viewed as egregious as R. Kelly, because R. Kelly got charged with what he got charged with, and there are still people that love his, that would listen and fuck with a verses of his music. And so when you think about a person like Kanye, I do think that if they got the courage to put him up, to stake their brand on that, then people will show up for that, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I definitely agree with that because I
Oh,
mean,
we got some comments, man.
Yeah.
Hold on really quick. So, Nubia says, R. Kelly is an undeniable talent. It's tough but true. So is Chris Brown. Italy says, absolutely. The angriest voices are definitely the loudest. We can't deny how cold R. Kelly is, though. No doubt.
Can't. But yeah, looking at Kanye, I'm like, this man sold out arenas just for a listening session, bro. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, rented out arena.
that's why. Yeah, but like, people showed up for that. So like you said, if he's on the verses,
Nah, niggas not thinking about the whatever he said or
Yeah.
whatever. It's
And
soon as he
You know
drop-
what, though? I'm going to say this, though. We talking about all this shit, but let's keep it 1,000. If this was 2019, 2020, this conversation would be wild different. I'm going to tell you why. Because cancel culture was way more gangster. You know what I'm saying? I think the current climate, the current distaste with cancel culture, and all of that is playing a role in how much people are willing to look past what people have done.
It's very real.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
swinging again.
absolutely, and it's also just you're absolutely right. Like R. Kelly, I'm sure got them fans still out there who are just like, man, I gotta listen to some R. Kelly every day. I don't give a fuck what he did. But those people would stay in hiding in 2019. Nothing would have got them niggas out the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now they'll come out and be like, fuck you niggas, I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Donald Trump got elected twice.
bro,
The world is different, bro.
that's fact.
that's real.
facts.
That is a fact.
That's fact.
I mean, so what's the consensus with
Drake,
Jay Z?
I think Drake wins.
Of course,
for-
Drake
for
wins.
a lot of the reasons C Major said. It's that recency bias. But nah, bro, see, that man is just
It's
Hold on. Again, like I have to. We're talking like this is a competition that is based off of human emotions, right? Like there's no scorecard. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no objective rating. Okay. With that being said, you don't think the cloud over Drake right now post Not Like Us would diminish his ability to win?
I
No.
don't, and the reason is because as a DJ, Drake still gets played, and people like it don't matter, bro. Like I just don't
Definitely.
like when it comes to the music. When people hear the song and it make them
Yeah.
remember
Nah.
what they was feeling when they heard that song, all is forgiven in those moments. To me.
I agree in a club setting, but when Mad first posed this joint, that was the immediate thought that I had to is with like the percentage of whatever that I don't think it would matter on an R. Kelly level, which is funny. But this is a very black joint. Like versus is our joint. Drake got murdered because he was not
He was
that,
not-
and so
that's
that's
real.
that. If it mattered on anybody, I think it would matter for Drake.
I also absolutely, and I also want to say this too. And I'm saying this as the OG in the building. We're giving credence to recency bias, right? And I think that recency bias is also playing a role in this discussion, right? So like,
For sure.
I'm gonna have a different memory of Jay than y'all are. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, for sure.
Like I'm gonna have a different set of, and that's what I'm saying. So it's really like who shows up,
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
who's in the
Yeah.
building. You know what I'm saying?
If it's in New York, you know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like, where is it?
Yeah. All that shit
Absolutely.
matters.
Nah, I was around doing Jay. Like
yeah.
I'm super, but I'm a Drake nigga too, so I'm definitely fighting trying recency. But I'm trying to remember.
You a light skinned
That-
nigga, so you know.
Yeah,
Jake light-skinned too?
yeah, bro. But, so I don't know. I feel like too. I'm also very much respecting what Drake has accomplished. Like I didn't even hear of the award of Artist of the Decade till Drake won that jump. Like Drake is absolutely the contender. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Just for the sake of clarity here, I agree. I agree. Why isn't Kendrick Lamar the contender? No, hold on. I want to set some parameters, right? Like, Verzuz is not an endless one song versus one song, right? Like you have a limited amount. The Cash Money versus No Limit jump was only 10, right? 10 songs. I feel like, like the level of an artist doesn't matter as much when you're reducing it down to 10 songs.
Yep. I agree.
Man, anybody can win against anybody.
It's
You know
all
what I'm
about
saying?
how you-
Like,
I mean,
I think because like to get to the stage, it has to feel like they're like similar. And when you talk about Jay-Z being the greatest, you're usually not talking about him being the best rapper. In my opinion, it's usually he was like the most winningest rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that lasted the longest.
Longevity.
that's a controversial statement. I
Yeah,
think
he was-
most people who would say Jay is the great
Best
would say he's the
rapper
greatest rapper. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so to me,
Storytelling and all that.
what makes more sense is
Like I'm just saying, like if you were to go just Google GOAT rapper
Yeah,
conversation,
Jay-Z has
like
looked at that.
all of the credentialed platforms, it's Jay and Kendrick.
so I think that like
Not Drake, not Drake and Kendrick, based off of success. I mean rapping ability.
Yeah, rapping
yeah,
ability
see,
for sure. For
well,
sure.
see,
Yeah.
to me, I feel like if it's Jay, then it can't. How you put Eminem under Jay as a skilled rapper?
Ooh.
Like so, to me, like that's. I think there's more playing
I think-
into that.
I,
So
no, hold on. I think just I can explain that. I think the nuance is relatability, right? So like the ability to connect with his audience. Jay had a better
Tell
ability to
those
do
stories.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and so I rock with these guys. So, but
Yeah,
I'm
be
gonna
alright.
just say, I think personally, I don't know. I got to go back. I do think Nas was a better rapper. But what I'm saying though is,
We
I
about to
think
have a real discussion.
what I'm saying is, I think Nas and Kendrick would be a very appropriate battle that would make sense
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
versus Jay
that's,
and Drake.
That's exactly where I was
Even the
going.
internet says it. The number one named greatest is Jay-Z, then Eminem, then Nas, then Tupac, then
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Even the Jay-Z Nas days, that was the discrepancy between them. Nas was the better rapper. Jay was
Jay
just more successful.
He made hits.
He made hits. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think I'll be curious. The list you just pulled up, Unique. Where is it from?
This is from it's an AI overview, and it's sourced from Wikipedia, Reddit, and a few other sources.
And this is why I think this is an ever-changing landscape. I feel like that list is like pre this battle with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I absolutely. I think because before then, people were legit like, yo, where Kendrick at, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick just off doing some pretentious smart shit and not, fucking around with rap. You know what I'm saying? But I think when Kendrick came back, did what Drake did better than him by making a, you know what I'm saying? And then just slaughtered the most financially successful rapper in the history of rap. You know what I'm saying? I think that put him like, okay, bet. Now it's time to put him in that conversation.
Level,
Yeah,
he's relatable now.
yeah. But I understand what you're saying. Like, I think tonally, right? Tonally and culturally, Nas versus Kendrick makes more sense, right? But I guess what I'm positing is just that, like, if there is a good chunk of those who would say Jay-Z is the greatest of all time, and then there's another chunk of those, let me ask you this. Do you think that there are more people saying Kendrick is the greatest of all time or Drake is the greatest of all time?
Definitely more people saying
Kendrick.
he's Kendrick. as
Okay,
a rapper. Yeah.
so the two GOAT competitors, even if they're tonally different, like, they have to end up in a ring together doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Makes
that's
sense,
what I'm saying. Like, whether it was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Larry Bird or Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? People still wanted to see Lakers versus Celtics because of that, even though they played dramatically different positions,
Yeah.
right? It was just that these are the two greatest in the league right now. Let's see what happens if they go against each other. And so for that, I feel like, yeah, man, why isn't Kendrick in this discussion?
It's interesting.
And then if he was in the discussion, would he win?
It's interesting because, like, if Jay-Z versus Kendrick came up, I would feel confused, but not. If Jay-Z and Drake came up, I would not feel confused.
Right.
And I sure enough was not confused when Drake versus Kendrick. So I don't know what that generational gap thing is making it like. Why it doesn't equate the same when you swap Drake with Kendrick?
It feels like
just
different.
feels
It
weird.
feels like different positions, bro. Like I don't. Jay like a center and Kendrick like a point guard. It just feels like it's just not a good matchup. If fights make styles, I don't think that's a. I don't know. Jay got bops. It sounds crazy for me to even try to say this. Jay got bops and Kendrick got bops, but
Kendrick. was
Jay
good.
and Drake bop to bop is like
It's
are
different. Yeah,
crazy.
and
Kendrick bops is like full of no, this is what he does. It's full
know
of like
what, though?
metaphors. It's full of like deep.
that's what
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
I'll
Kendrick
say this,
versus
though.
Drake would be nice.
I'll say this, though. In my opinion, this conversation is why Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. Right? Is why. Because think about what you just said, right? Jay could absolutely go head-to-head with Drake, right? For bop, right? But then you just said Kendrick, right? On some lyrical miracle shit, right? Jay got that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Jay got that too. Like whatever's the
Yeah.
difference between Kendrick and Drake, Jay
Jay
is
got
like,
it. Yeah.
boom.
Nah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah, Jay
Absolutely.
Jay Mike for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah,
You know
Drake
what I'm
probably LeBron or some shit. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
I agree with that. Jeez.
Yeah, but when you put them in the verses, though,
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna say this. I think I don't know who wins. Lyricism, depth, and like complexity. I have not seen that win or be valuable in a versus.
Exactly.
Right. And so what I have seen be valuable in a versus is nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
People like dope vibes, remembering you played this at your prom or you know what I'm saying, or the way that it affected you culturally. And so for that, with that being said, like I don't know who wins with Jay versus Drake. I think if it's Jay versus Kendrick, Jay murders
Yeah, I
Kendrick.
think Jay-
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that makes Jay a better rapper than Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Or even a better songwriter than Kendrick. But Jay got more bops than
Yeah,
Kendrick
nah,
by
I agree
far.
with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even close.
I agree
Yeah.
with that for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I
that's-
think, and like you said, those things, as far as like being storytelling, like the essence of rap, it doesn't necessarily play that big of a part in verses. I kind of peeped that it was like low key different when I guess the first one before it was official when Swiss Beats and Just Blaze went.
Yeah.
Like Swiss
I can't believe Swiss won.
Swiss
That's
he sold it.
crazy.
He sold
did.
it. It was the
He
energy
he
behind
was
it.
a Rex Feldman.
Yeah,
That's what he do.
you said that
That's what
exactly.
Yeah.
So like thinking of that is like, yeah, Kendrick in that sense, he wouldn't stand a chance against Jay.
However, let me ask this before we dip. I'm not saying I'm not choosing a winner here. I think I know who I think would win, right? But I want to posit this: would a better matchup be Kendrick versus Eminem?
Nah.
I get it.
I get what
I
you're
think-
saying, but no.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the
don't
thing.
think
Versus
so.
is exactly what you said. It's about nostalgia,
Really?
and bops. And so,
Bro.
and if it stayed that way,
If they created another category,
Yeah.
I'm
Bro.
finna say, wait.
yeah, like yeah.
Bro, M really is the bro. Who is
Eminem-
beating M in a versus?
That's
bro?
what I'm
That's really the
saying.
one. Who all of these?
all he got to do is play rap guy, bro. Like,
Bro,
it's certain.
Eminem, all Eminem got to do is say the verse he said on 8 Mile. He don't
Bro,
have to-
Literally.
Everybody from the 313.
Yeah, all that is my
Bro.
sweat
Kendrick ain't got no
already.
movie, but he ain't got no movie
Period.
bars, bro.
Like straight up.
Movie bars, yeah.
Straight up.
Eminem might be the bro. Who beating this?
He can
nigga in
do
a
That's what I'm
versus?
saying, bro. Eminem
That's
is the
crazy.
greatest rapper,
Yeah,
bro.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
What, 2 Diamond album, bro?
Y'all
that
hate him
nigga
because he
is
white.
crazy.
Keep it real, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's
Keep it real.
legit the only reason.
I'm nice with it.
Keep
That's
it real.
the one.
And that is a problem.
Ain't nobody calling that nigga out. Can't nobody do nothing
At all.
with him. You can't go bop for bop with him. You don't want to turn the music off and start
call him
freestyling.
out and got
What?
sent to the fucking closet.
Wait,
Straight up.
You can't go bop for bop. with
Who?
Eminem.
Hold on,
Who?
bro.
Kendrick Lamar can definitely go bop for bop.
I-
Okay, I'll give you
But-
that.
but
I'll give you
that's-
that.
And so, when you put up Kendrick and Eminem
Yeah.
in the verses, your brain is gonna start to automatically go lyrics now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to.
So-
I feel
Yeah.
you. I
And so
feel you.
the
That's facts.
parameters are gonna change.
Yep.
I don't think.
And
Kendrick
then that's
going
where I
bop
don't
for
know if
bop
Kendrick
with
can
him, bro.
fully just outright defeat Eminem, but that would be a great verses though.
That would be
I think that'd be a
amazing.
good one.
Real quick, my man Victor Cardona. Big shout out to Victor. He says the verses is more than just song selection. I believe timing plays a huge role, especially when the crowd is a part of it. Absolutely. He also says don't forget the guest appearance. That can often change the momentum. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jay's guest appearance list would be ridiculous.
Bro.
Definitely.
If Beyonce just come out
It's
there,
over
Yeah,
with.
it's over
It's
with. It's over with. It's over.
Even more, you know what would be more epic though if he brought out Kanye, because you know they got all the beef.
That would be so weak. That would be
if
so
it's
weak.
one person that can pull that off,
It's
it's Jay.
Jay.
That would be so weak.
They come together,
He
two
do
niggas.
that.
It'll be a
He do
money
that to
move.
defeat.
It'll be a money
He do
move.
that to defeat Drake.
It's over with, bro.
Right. Nah, you hate that nigga, bro. Stay on that side.
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry.
Yeah, stay on that side, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, that
If he got to do that to beat Drake, Drake
Kendrick
won, bro.
versus J. Cole. No.
Look, man, this has been another episode of Type Beat, man, live from outer space and unapologetic studio. My name is I Make Mad Beats, and behind me is my cast.
LJ1S.
Unique.
C major.
Kid Maestro, but sorry y'all,
But,
but
yes.
Kendrick. Jay-Z and Drake would be great
What the-
because we could just
Fucking
go.
outro,
We just
Right there.
it would be dope.
You know what? You
because
got
you
the
could
outro.
flip
You
it
got the
on who, because both of them lost their rap battles. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of people will argue with you on that one. But I know.
I think the generational consensus is either one.
Ether did win.
Ether
Ether
won.
Ether won. Straight up. Ether won.
Ether-
Straight up.
Anybody who say anything else is
When Drake
You a
lost,
fucking hater.
it was oh he got ether.
the sun is not purple.
You know what I'm saying? So that would also be dope because, you know what I'm
It'd
saying?
be
they
better
can
to
kinda-
losers.
Bro.
That's what you saying. I'm not saying that. I want a Drake and Jay
Kid
placement.
Maestro.
Nah, you doing the whole outro now, bro. I did my outro. You got it.
Yo, so this has been another episode of Type Beat. We introduced ourselves once again. Stay safe, stay dangerous, do both or do neither. Good night.
Bitch, are you jealous?
Oh shit. Here we go again.